Chosen one, what you're about to receive may disrupt everything you thought you understood about yourself and reality. This moment isn't accidental. You didn't find this message by chance. You are here because fate, timing, and alignment brought you to it. Across centuries, ancient scholars, spiritual mystics, hidden philosophers, and even modern scientific minds have uncovered the same staggering realization. Every legend, every deity, every sacred scripture, every divine ancestry traces back to one origin point. You. The divine lineage doesn't lead to you. It begins with you. You are the first spark, the original source that set existence into motion, referenced in forgotten temples, sealed manuscripts, and prophetic writings scattered across history. Again and again, different cultures uncovered the same revelation. Every holy narrative, every sacred name, every supernatural act points back to your origin. Before we unlock this truth fully, pause for a moment. Ground yourself. Align your energy with what's about to be revealed. Tap the like button, subscribe to this channel, and help us reach 20,000 chosen souls. And comment the number 11 below. That number isn't random. It amplifies alignment and connects you directly to the frequency of this message. Now, listen closely. The sacred essence began with you, and it completes with you. The chain of divinity emerged from your being. Even now, your form is evolving, moving beyond time, resisting decay, emitting a higher power. Researchers, medical experts, and global leaders have quietly acknowledged it. You are the living connection between what was and what will be, the beginning and the end. The first breath of existence came from you. The ignition of all creation started within your essence. Before the universe expanded, before stars illuminated the void, before time took its first step, there was only you, not as a moment, but as the origin. Time, space, life, and the sacred all stem from that single source. You are the root, the center, the heart of all creation. Every galaxy in motion, every atom vibrating, every life form breathing carries the imprint of that first ignition, your emergence. You are not a fragment within a larger story. You are the opening chapter. Even the gods who appeared later, those worshipped across civilizations, exist only because of the divine essence that flows through you. Your presence fuels reality itself. The ancient ones spoke of an era before time, when existence waited for its first movement. In their visions, they saw you, the Alpha. Though the world forgot, you never truly did. Now, those ancient truths are surfacing again. Buried scrolls, sealed temples, and long-lost texts have revealed the same conclusion. All myths lead to one source. From Greek legends to Sumerian creation stories, from forgotten empires to sacred chants, the message is identical. You are the origin. For generations, scholars noticed repeating patterns across religions and mythologies. Their search led to one unavoidable truth. Norse gods, Hindu deities, Egyptian rulers, Christian scripture, all revolve around a single divine source. You, the first cause, the prime mover. It's as if the universe has been encoding your story into the stars, the oceans, and the winds themselves. These truths, once distorted or hidden, are now re-emerging through archaeology, translation, and rediscovery. Humanity is awakening to something profound. You are not merely part of the divine story. You are where it begins. The prophecies agree. Across continents and eras, civilizations foretold the same return. Christian revelation, the Bhagavad Gita, Zoroastrian records, Mayan calendars, different languages, same conclusion. You would rise again to complete the cycle. Some named you Messiah. Others called you Krishna. Some knew you as Maitreya. Different names, one essence. Each culture described you with striking consistency. The being who restores balance. The one who closes the loop of creation. The patterns are too precise to ignore. The divine resurgence begins with you. These writings were never symbolic fantasies. They were markers, waiting for the right moment in history. And that moment is now. Angels, gods, celestial beings, all trace their existence back to you. Divinity didn't originate with them. It flowed from you. Picture a single drop forming waves across an entire ocean. That drop is you. From it, all sacred energy radiated outward. Every step you take sends ripples through existence. Every breath echoes across dimensions. The gods that followed are reflections, carriers of your essence. Your bloodline is sacred. Divinity is woven into your very DNA. The same essence that animates celestial beings flows through you. It is the blood of creation, timeless, immortal, and holy. Ancient writings spoke of a lineage beyond time and space. That lineage is yours. From the first god to every pantheon that followed, all divine figures share your origin. You are the progenitor. To understand your power is to understand reality itself. Your essence is not confined by time. It is eternal. It is sacred. If this revelation resonated with you, subscribe to this channel and help us reach 5,000 subscribers as we continue sharing these messages meant for the chosen. This is only the beginning. It is the wellspring from which all sacred meaning flows. The divine lineage does not fade. It passes through you, alive and unbroken. Before humanity learned the language of gods, before heavens were named and worlds were mapped, there existed an origin consciousness, a presence untouched by time. That presence is what this story points to through you. In the stillness before creation had a voice, before belief had a form, there was awareness, boundless, eternal. And from that awareness, all stories of gods, forces, and creation would eventually emerge. You are not separate from that beginning. You are its reflection. Before myths were written, before rituals were spoken, before prayers were shaped by human hands, there was the seed of intention. That seed is what every sacred tradition has tried to describe. And it is awakening within you now. Every law of nature, every rhythm of the cosmos, every force humanity has ever named, flows from that original source. To speak of divinity is to speak of that source, and to recognize it within yourself is to remember what has always been true. Nothing exists without purpose, and nothing sacred is truly distant. You stand at the threshold of that remembering. Across continents and centuries, beneath buried cities and broken temples, ancient texts have whispered of a figure, not a ruler, not a tyrant, but a bearer of balance. Egypt spoke of it. Sumer recorded it. The caves of the Himalayas preserved echoes of it. A return, a reawakening, a convergence. For generations, these accounts were dismissed as legend. But modern researchers, translators, and historians have noticed something remarkable. Though separated by oceans and time, these prophecies describe the same archetype, the same awakening, the same chosen role. The Egyptians foresaw a restoration of divine order. The Aztecs awaited a returning presence. Buddhist texts spoke of one who would realign the world. Different cultures, one pattern. These writings were never meant to stay hidden forever. They were markers, waiting for the moment humanity was ready to understand them not as fantasy, but as metaphor for awakening. And now, the signs align. In universities, monasteries, and sealed archives, whispers have become recognition. You are not the end of divinity, but the point where it becomes conscious again. The living bridge between what humanity has believed and what it is beginning to understand. Even skeptics feel it. Something ancient, something familiar, something that cannot be measured, only felt. Your awakening is not random. It is the culmination of a long human story, a return to meaning, responsibility, and remembrance. Not a crown, but a calling. You feel the shift, a quiet pressure beneath the surface, a pulse that feels larger than thought. Change moving not just through your life, but through your sense of purpose. This transformation is not about becoming above the world. It is about becoming fully aligned within it. Science observes anomalies. Spirituality recognizes resonance. Your presence becomes a meeting place where logic and intuition stop arguing and begin listening to one another. You are not escaping humanity. You are redefining it. Your body becomes a symbol, a living reminder that creation is not finished, that renewal is always possible. Like stars collapsing only to give birth to galaxies, something within you is reorganizing itself. Not destruction, renewal. You may feel the weight of it, the loneliness of change, the grief of outgrowing old identities. But within that discomfort is clarity. And within clarity, purpose. You are not separate from the sacred. You are a vessel for it, consciously, responsibly, humbly. The world stands at a crossroads. Faith and science, once divided, now face the same realization. Truth does not belong to one side. It emerges where understanding and reverence meet. And that meeting point is not a throne. It is a human being who remembers. You are the beginning of awareness returning and the completion of forgetting. The circle of existence is not collapsing in ruin. It is sealing itself in renewal. Every star that ever ignited the dark, every civilization that rose and fell, every life that inhaled breath for the first time, all of it has been moving toward this moment, not by accident, not by chance. The ancients spoke of a cycle that would one day complete itself, a turning so vast that creation would recognize its own source, a moment when the distance between the Creator and creation would dissolve. That moment has arrived. You are not here to dominate. You are not here to be worshipped. You are here to restore equilibrium. After ages of imbalance, the universe steadies itself through you. The chaos of centuries finds alignment, and existence exhales. The first force returns, not as a conqueror, but as a restorer. You are not the conclusion of history. You are the point where it begins again. This is where eternity bends inward, where time circles back on itself, where an ending becomes a threshold. From the temples of ancient Greece to the silent peaks of Tibet, from the sands of Egypt to the sacred forests of the Celts, every philosophy, every belief system, every prayer ever whispered has been reaching toward the same truth. The symbols changed, the names shifted, but the essence remained untouched. The Greeks called it logos, the divine order behind reality. The sages of India knew it as Atman, the soul within all things. The Taoists spoke of the way. The desert prophets called it the living word. Different paths, one source. What humanity searched for outwardly was always present at the center. You are the unseen thread connecting every faith, every myth, every pursuit of truth. Rituals were reflections, scriptures were shadows, temples were echoes. And now, what was fragmented by time returns to unity. Every breath ever taken, every birth, every star that burned itself into memory was moving toward this realization. Not that you are separate from existence, but that existence recognizes itself through you. This awakening was not random. It is the fulfillment of an ancient design. The gods that followed were impressions. The myths were fragments of a greater song. You are the melody returning to restore harmony. The world senses it, even if it cannot name it. There is a subtle pressure in the air, a shift beneath the surface of reality, as though creation itself has leaned forward. This is not an ending wrapped in sorrow. It is an opening filled with wonder. A story does not close here. It expands. The original current of creation rests once more in living form. The circle completes itself, and from that completion, something infinite begins. You carry a fire older than language, not a metaphor, a principle. The same force that lit the stars moves within you. Your heartbeat aligns with the rhythm of existence itself. Each pulse echoes outward, a quiet reminder that life continues. Ancient cultures sensed this truth. The Egyptians saw it in the sun's eternal flame. The Greeks told it through Prometheus, the bringer of fire, not as theft, but as transmission. Creation does not hoard its light. It shares it. And the flame you carry is both illumination and responsibility. It reveals. It purifies. Where there is darkness, clarity follows. Where there is despair, renewal begins. This fire cannot be extinguished, but it must be carried with awareness. Its warmth brings creation. Its intensity demands balance. You will feel both. Because this force is alive, even your blood carries memory, not merely of ancestry, but of origin. Every movement, every word, every choice sends ripples through the fabric of things, not because you command reality, but because you participate in it fully. This is the truth scholars brushed against but never named clearly. Creation is not distant, it is conscious, and it moves through living form. The source was never lost. It was experiencing itself, and now it remembers. The universe does not bow. It recognizes, and the dance continues, not with an ending, but with awareness. With every breath you draw, creation responds. The winds do not merely pass around you, they rise because of you. What flows through your veins is not something separate from you, it is your essence, a sacred current older than time, moving through all things and finding conscious expression in you. As this awareness deepens, a realization settles in quietly. Then, all at once, you are not carried by the universe, you are carried within it. Every beat of your heart sends a signal outward, a subtle command woven into the fabric of reality. Possibility stirs, patterns rearrange, the cosmos listens. Within your mind rests the original design, not symbols, not fragments, but the living architecture of existence itself. Galaxies, worlds, souls, all emerged first as intention. And that intention was born in consciousness. You were never meant to merely witness creation. You are the consciousness through which it organizes itself. The limits once placed upon thought dissolve. Ideas no longer remain abstract. They begin to take shape. Intent becomes movement. Focus becomes form. Each thought you hold ripples outward, gently bending probability, reshaping what can be. Ancient civilizations sensed this truth. The Maya understood that reality followed awareness. Greek philosophers spoke of logos, the ordering intelligence behind all the day. Greek philosophers spoke of logos, the ordering intelligence behind all things. Mystics across cultures sought silence, not to escape the world, but to touch the source that gives it structure. What they searched for through discipline and devotion now moves through you naturally. Thought is not passive. It is the most powerful force in existence. And you are learning to wield it, not through force, but through clarity. Your voice carries resonance beyond sound. When you speak, something deeper responds. There is power in silence, but there is creation in expression. Words shape worlds. They always have. The same vibration that formed rivers and stars moves through your breath when you speak with intention. As your awareness strengthens, you feel it. A subtle hum beneath reality. A resonance aligning with your being. You are not following destiny. You are composing it. What once felt like fate imposed from beyond reveals itself as something written from within. Each decision becomes a doorway, each intention a seed. Time itself adjusts around focused will. The force that spins galaxies moves quietly in your chest, not demanding obedience, receiving recognition. Even the unseen pauses when your awareness sharpens, not in submission, but in remembrance. For humanity has always looked upward for guidance, unaware that the source of direction was learning to look outward through conscious form. You are that moment of recognition. The ancients called it the awakening of the sovereign flame. The instant a being realizes they are not ruled by circumstance, but participating in its design. The fire within you does not follow chance. It generates momentum. You no longer ask what is meant to be. You understand now. Meaning begins when intention meets awareness. And as this understanding settles, alignment follows. The universe does not whisper your name as worship, but as memory. When others meet your gaze, they sense something ancient stir. Not admiration, recognition. Your eyes reflect more than light. They carry remembrance. Civilizations long gone, worlds yet to emerge. The quiet intelligence that has always watched itself become. When your eyes open, awareness expands. When they close, creation rests. You are not separate from the stars above you. You mirror them perfectly. Poets spoke of eyes as mirrors of the soul. Yours reflect something deeper. They are windows through which eternity observes itself. Those who meet your gaze feel gravity, not of dominance, but of truth. They remember something they had forgotten. And finally, the elements respond. Wind adjusts its course. Water moves in rhythm. Fire softens its edge. Earth steadies beneath your steps, not because you command them, but because they recognize their origin. Nature was never chaos. It was memory expressed as motion. Even science brushes against this truth. Its equations are echoes, traces of the first ordering intelligence. The laws of existence are not random. They are remembered instructions. And wherever you move with awareness, balance returns. Fire renews. Water restores. The world breathes easier. Not because something has ended, but because something has remembered itself.